It's good as Skano. I'm starting to notice a theme. Y'all Caucasoids, y'all some cowards. The majority of y'all cowards. So this black trucker in Clyde, Carolina, and I know all about North Carolina. I know enough. Clyde, Carolina, he's dumping mulch. I think this was a landfill or something. But he pulls up at this company, Wright Brothers. It's called Wright Brothers. And he's told he has to wait at the gate, which he does. Now, the owner's son returns. I don't know if that's who he talked to initially, but woo woo. The owner's son returns while he's sitting in his truck with five other Neanderthals. They strapped with the hammer visibly hanging out. Dude is recording this, the trucker. This particular exchange. They run up on him. Get your monkey ass back in the truck. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck you think you doing? And woo woo. Now he says they accused him of stealing a phone. Now these caucasoids, y'all be quick to just make up any premise. He's a trucker that just pulled up to the goddamn gate. How did he steal a phone? Located it. So anyway, they search his truck. He lets them search the truck. And the entire time, they yelling epithets and basically threatening. They talking about they will bury this dude. And he's talking about, yes sir, and yes sir, and, I thought the dude was, gonna turn around and just run, man. But he ended up jumping back in the truck. They slammed the door on his dog and all this type of shit, man. And it's like, you better than me, cuz. You better than me. Cuz it would have been 5 unalive caucasoids. Or I would have got buried. Real shit, man. See, I know y'all be picking and choosing. Anyway, so the part that wasn't recorded, at some point he says, they blocked his truck in with bulldozers, surrounded his truck with bulldozers, and flipped his truck over. So he has gotten an attorney, and people are calling for a boycott. Fuck a boycott. Burn that shit down. What's good with y'all in Carolina, man? I'm saying the black folks. And I live in Carolina now. You know what I'm saying? And the first time I was coming to Carolina, I was instructed. I got a bit of advice from a black trucker, coincidentally. Now, this was in West Virginia. I'm stopping at a gas station. He like, look, man, we just got in a conversation. You don't see many black people out in them parts. Anyway, and he's like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm headed to Carolina. And he's like, oh, he was like, make sure you fill up, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't, it was getting late in the evening. He was like, don't stop in Whitfield. Whatever you do, don't stop in Whitfield after dark. You know what I'm saying? Whitfield, Carolina. I'm like, okay. He's like, yeah, man, it's a sundown town. You know what I'm saying? Just for your own protection, okay? What I do, I stop in Whitfield. I didn't even need gas. I needed some refreshments. So I pull up at the station, and it's what you would think it would be. Crackerville out in the middle of nowhere. Now, there was a car show going on right next to this gas station, full of bikers, all white. Bikers, the muscle cars. And they look up. I see eyes on me, and I'm looking back. You know what I'm saying? And I keep mine. I keep it on me. I'm going to go wherever I want. I always have. And I've been hip to the sundown towns. My father, being from Birmingham, Alabama, we used to go, back and forth to see my grandfather. And he would tell me about these sundown towns. So I've been hip, but I've always been the type. And I'm not Superman. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to go where I want to go. But y'all be picking and choosing, man. I think y'all got some type of sixth sense about which type of black folks y'all can pull this shit on. You know what I'm saying? And I know God be watching out for me and mine. Not just because, of my you know, so-called enemies, but to protect me from myself. Because if something happens, because my son drives truck, you know what I'm saying? That's the first thing that came to my mind when I seen this story. He's all around the country, you know what I'm saying? And if something happened to mine behind some racist bullshit, you know, I'm stepping on your family. Can I say that on YouTube? Probably not. I said it. If something happens to mine, so like I said, man, I'm starting to pick up on some things about Carolina, and I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I have not gotten any type of smoke from no type of racist, no, you know, like I said, I pick up on certain energy, but they know they have a sixth sense about who they, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times y'all would target a lone professional black man, you know, a working 9 to 5 guy that they feel like is not on that. And this dude obviously was timid, you know, and not to be disrespectful, man, but the fuck you talking about? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't know what pissed me off more, the cockazoids or sick of this shit. So, like I said, man, y'all talking about a boycott. Now, they are supposed to be conducting an investigation, and so far, they have no suspect. They have the dudes on video. You know what I'm saying? He recorded this shit. They know where they work. How the hell y'all don't have no? How y'all haven't identified the suspects yet? You know what I'm saying? This is the bullshit I'm talking about. I bet you if somebody come through there and step on all of them, you'll figure out who did it though. You know what I'm saying? But shit is crazy, man. So and I'm pretty sure truckers are already aware of this. You know what I'm saying? In the trucking industry, you know, it circulates. They know about the sundown towns. They know, you know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure y'all strapped. I don't know what this dude was on. Some of y'all just too docile. You know what I'm saying? And I understand. No, I enjoy life too, for the most part. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Something wrong with me. I know I'm fucking retarded. Cause there's some shit that I will die for. No question about it. And I'm not suicidal. But there are certain things that I would die for it. You know what I'm saying? That's all. They'd have found my ass, if they ever found me, buried in that field. Because it wasn't going down like that. And additionally, shit like this is not going to happen in the Midwest. And that factory or that company remains standing. Shit would have got burnt to the ground. 100 niggas out there waiting on them dudes. Real shit. Come on, Carolina. The hell, I hear too many stories in Carolina. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, I know some of y'all black folks in the South is a little bit more docile. Y'all live, you know, in close proximity to these racist cockazoids, and y'all feel like y'all have to, you know, temper down. I don't know, man. It's just a certain vibe that I picked, and I know it's not all Carolinas, but a lot of y'all docile. You know what I mean? And they feel emboldened to do this type of shit. Because like I said, in the Midwest, you pull some shit like this in the Midwest. Talking about sundown. You won't live to see sundown. So this shit right here, though, man. You know what I'm saying? But somehow or another, they will find, like I said, they come up with the premise that he stole something. They will figure out a way, you know what I'm saying, for these dudes to dodge accountability. If they actually ever bring them before, you know what I'm saying, a court of law. Because I'm starting to see how shit work in Carolina, you know. But at the end of the day, I'm ready to die for mine. That's all to it. I'm ready to die for mine. And the docility, the turning the other cheek, you know, being meek and being humble, that shit is dead, man. It's dead. It's dead. This country is it's turning into a shithole. It is. And it's imploding. And we're just gonna see more and more cases, more and more incidents of racial, you know what I'm saying? Racial violence. It is what it is. But I tell you what, man, like I said, women are black women. You know, if you can at all help it, don't travel around, especially in the South. I mean, mostly in the South. You know, it ain't wise to be traveling around by yourself or with your kids. You know what I'm saying? Um, unless you got that thing on you and you won't hesitate to use it. But see, we have a lot of black Americans have a built-in prohibitor. And by that I mean, we'll take it there with each other in a heartbeat, won't think twice. But when it come to white folks, a lot of y'all, you know, a lot of black folks, it's like instinctively, but see, I'm retarded, man. I don't have that. I wasn't born with that shit, that prohibitor. If you come with smoke, you gonna get all the smoke you asking for. You know what I'm saying? I think I might take a trip out to Clyde, Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Just to see what it's hitting for out there. And I am gonna wait until sundown. No ops left Scano. You already know.